Hey guys, welcome back to T-Bones Tech. In today's video, we are going to be reviewing the brand new Canon EOS RP. It's Canon's smallest full-frame mirrorless camera, and actually, it's a lot better than you probably expected. So first off, let's talk about the sensor size. This camera has a 26.2 megapixel sensor, and it's going to be basically the exact same sensor found in the Canon 6D Mark II. It's a very good sensor, and it's going to offer amazing image quality. The 6D Mark II's original MSRP was about $2,000, and this camera's MSRP is going to be only $1,300. So it's going to be $700 cheaper than the Canon 6D Mark II was when it first released. However, we know that the Canon 6D Mark II's are now selling for around $1,400 on Amazon. So the biggest difference between this camera and a full-frame mirrorless camera like the Canon 6D series is going to be the size. The size of this Canon EOS RP is going to be very, very small. It's so small that you can actually fit it in your pocket. As you guys can see, I'm just wearing normal shorts and I can easily just slide the body right into my pocket. So like I said, the Canon EOS RP shares the exact same sensor as the Canon 6D Mark II's, but there are going to be some upgrades on the EOS RP above the 6D Mark II. And some of those upgrades are going to be things like the image processor. The EOS RP now rocks Canon's Digic 8 image processor, which is going to help give you better low light images. And it's also going to be rocking an OLED electronic viewfinder, which means that you're going to have a screen in the viewfinder, of course, because it's a mirrorless camera, where with a traditional DSLR like the 6D Mark II, you're just going to be looking down the mirror. I personally always love looking down the mirror because the focusing was a lot better with mirrored cameras than mirrorless, but now Canon's dual pixel AF is definitely on point and you can get the best focusing by far with OLED electronic viewfinders. One of my favorite things about OLED viewfinders is going to be the focus peaking while looking down the viewfinder, and you can also zoom in 10 times and then focus, so you can get the perfect focus point every single time, and it's absolutely fantastic for manually focusing, and that's why I'm actually really preferring mirrorless cameras over mirrored cameras lately. The ISO performance on the EOS RP is definitely very impressive. We have ISO range from 100 all the way to 40,000, and at 40,000 the EOS RP actually handles it pretty well. This camera can also shoot 5 frames per second, which really isn't too bad, but definitely not going to be great for sports photography. With the EOS RP, we now have the ability to shoot 4K video, but there is going to be a 1.6 times crop factor. And also when recording 4K video, we are not going to be able to use Canon's dual pixel autofocusing system. We're going to be stuck with, I believe, a phase detect system, which is not going to be nearly as accurate. And unfortunately, you're going to find your camera hunting for focus quite often, and that's going to leave you with very undesirable video footage. So if you're filming in 4K, I definitely recommend manually focusing the scene. That way you don't have to worry about that. Or switching to 1080p, where you have the full frame sensor readout and you also have Canon's dual pixel autofocus. Personally, I absolutely love shooting 1080p with this camera. The footage is very crisp and the autofocus is definitely on point. But if you're looking for a serious 4K video shooter, I'd recommend stepping up to the Canon EOS R that I'm filming on right now. That camera is definitely the one to pick if you're looking for just a video shooter. Another one of my big complaints on the EOS RP is going to be the grip. The grip isn't going to fit in the hand very good. I really like the grip of the Canon EOS R or the grip of a Canon 6D a lot better. It's just going to be more substantial. And when Canon developed the camera, they actually knew that. That's why they're actually giving you a free grip extension, which is going to sit down below the camera and give you a little bit extra grip, and it's going to feel a lot better on your pinky. Another complaint of mine with the Canon EOS RP is going to be that the SD card reader is here on the bottom, and that means if your camera is mounted to a big tripod, you're not going to have access to your SD card without removing the tripod plate off first, and that can definitely get very annoying. The Canon EOS RP now has USB-C, which is really great because you can actually just plug in a USB-C charger and it actually charges camera, and you can also of course just transfer your video and photos while the camera is charging up to your laptop, which is really amazing and I like that a lot. As far as ports go, here on the side, the EOS RP is going to have an HDMI out, our USB-C, our microphone input, and a headphone jack for monitoring external audio, along with a shutter release, which is going to be really handy. The camera is equipped with both Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, and that means that you can connect this camera to your smartphone via Canon's Camera Connect app, and you can actually use your smartphone as a really cool wireless viewfinder, so you can actually see what your camera is seeing on your phone, and then from there you can change settings like the aperture, ISO, and you can also take a picture. Super easy and really nice to use. The camera also has a variable angle display, which is going to be great for vlogging. You can see yourself and it's going to be a touchscreen so you can tap to focus. And it's also going to be really good for taking pictures in hard to frame shots. You can hold the camera above your head while looking at the screen and be able to frame your pictures even if the camera is well above your head. Really nice and very handy. Overall, the EOS RP is a fantastic camera for a really great price, coming in at that $1,300 price tag. And that's a really affordable price to get you into the world of full frame photography. Just a couple years ago, we were paying way more than that to get a used 2-year-old full frame camera, and now we're getting brand new ones for that really low price tag. And we really can't complain about that. Full frame cameras really help make your pictures stand out with these beautiful looking backgrounds with these subjects in focus, and they're also going to give you really good low light performance, and that's all thanks to the bigger sensor size. The only real downsides of this camera for me are going to be that its 4K video capability is a little bit crippled, it doesn't have the best battery life, and then the fact that the buttons and dials are just a little bit small, and that's because it's such a compact camera to begin with. But I don't think any of this is going to impact you that much, and it's not going to take away from enjoying this camera and being able to take extremely high quality photos with it. But that's all I got for you guys in this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a big thumbs up down below. And of course, make sure to hit the subscribe button because you don't want to miss any new videos that are released to this YouTube channel. But that's all I got for you guys in this video. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll catch you all in the next one.